Welcome back and give it up for day 59. This morning I played a little bit of an experiment on myself to prove a point to you guys. What I did this morning was I woke up at 5:30 a.m. and immediately went to weigh myself, and I came in at just over 187 pounds, which is a jump up from 2 pounds from the last couple days. But what I did was I waited a few hours, drank some coffee, went to the bathroom and everything, and then at about 9:30 a.m. I weighed myself again, and all of a sudden I was down at 185, a loss of almost 2 full pounds. So I just want to bring this up because some people like to panic if the scale jumps around a little bit, but it's perfectly normal for the scale to fluctuate. All you need to do is use the scale like I'm doing to get a ballpark range on what your weight is. Overall, you really want to use how you look in the mirror for the overall progress. The scale is just a useful tool and will just give you a good range on what your weight is. So today, I'm just going to say that I officially weighed in at just over 185 pounds. And again, I have been hitting this plateau for like a week and a half at this point. I am desperately trying to get under 185 pounds. So I'm really going to grind out for these next 4 to 5 days. And hopefully I can get down to 183, 184. Again, I don't want to push myself too hard because then I'll end up binge eating because I just get overly hungry. And again, if you guys are watching at this point, I've been doing this for almost 60 days. So I can do stuff a little bit more extreme because I'm a little bit more used to it at this point. But if you guys are just getting started on your diet, you want to do small things and make small changes. And it's getting close to noon time now, and all I've had was a little water, black coffee, and I did sneak a little bit of cold brew with 1 serving size of Chobani creamer. That's about 40 calories, but outside of that, I have not taken in any other calories today, so I'm going to keep hitting the intermittent fast strong, and lunch should be between 1 and 2, but first, I got to hit the workout, so let's do it. Today's workout is now complete. Only had time to hit 3 exercises because again, I have a full-time job, so I got a busy schedule. Today, I really focused on hitting back. Started off with 4 sets of bent over barbell rows. You guys know I love to do this because it's really good at building the lats and the upper back. And my upper back, to be honest, has always been a little bit underdeveloped, so I'm trying to add some mass up there. The first set, I started off with lightweight because I like to get the body warmed up so I don't pull anything in the back, went until failure. The second and third set, I did heavy weight until failure on each of those sets. The fourth and final set, I did a double drop set. I started off with heavy weight, cranked it out until failure, then took off 50 pounds and cranked that weight out until failure. I'm a huge proponent of these drop sets because they get you an amazing pump, help build mass, and push your body to the next level. Next, I moved into 4 sets of barbell curls. All I did for this was the 45-pound bar, and I did every set until absolute failure. Notice my arms while I do these sets here. I never fully extend out my arm like this. this because that takes the stress off the muscle. I always keep my arm down at the bottom bent just a little bit to keep some kind of stress on the bicep, and that's going to help you build some mass. At the top, I like to get a really good squeeze and just go down like this and never fully extend at the bottom to keep pressure on the bicep and build them up. Didn't do any fancy drop sets or anything on this, just 4 sets until absolute failure on each set. Lastly, to target the lats, I moved into 4 sets of pull-ups. I did 2 sets overhand and 2 sets underhand. This is gonna target your lats in a couple different ways and really get them to grow. That was it for today's workout. Kind of quick and to the point because again, I just don't have a whole lot of time. Got a lot of work I need to get done. Again, I'm just a normal guy here with a 9-to-5 job, so I really have to play around with the workouts and be able to fit them into my day. Now it's officially lunchtime. It's getting past, I think. Now it's officially lunchtime, so let's get cooking. All right, gonna go ahead and officially break the intermittent fast. Obviously, I did have a little cold brew, got some leftover ravioli, and I'm starving big time. It is about 12:30, so I'm actually eating lunch a little bit earlier today. Usually during the work week, I don't have time until around 1 or 2 because I get caught up in some meetings. But see, just so you guys know I'm not lying, 3 pieces of ravioli here. You're gonna go ahead and eat it up. This is the Kirkland Signature spinach and mushroom one that I bought in the Costco haul a couple weeks ago. Really good. If you guys haven't tried this out, go give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, lunch is officially served. Today, since I had some ravioli a little bit and cheated, I'm only doing 3 scrambled eggs instead of 4. A little bit of salt and pepper on these, and I'm really trying to pull back the amount of butter I use on the toast and to cook up the eggs. So you guys saw that I used a really tiny amount, and to be honest, it still didn't stick too bad on my stainless steel pan. On the side, I got some store-bought French bread. This is the one my girlfriend bought a few days ago, and it was in the fridge. That's the only reason it's still good. And I did also have another piece of this bread while it was cooking up. And this bread is honestly not as high calorie as you would think. It's pretty low calorie. And here's the entire piece of bread that I used to cook up this toast and have the extra piece while I was cooking. This, again, used the smallest amount of butter to toast it up and put a little bit of organic strawberry jelly spread on 2 pieces. You guys can see I don't really like to put a whole lot because it's really high calorie. And what this is gonna do is at least let me have some type of flavor with my meal. Something I don't talk enough about while I'm going through this diet is drinking a lot of water is really a staple for me. It keeps me from getting super hungry. And the other hack I use that is really useful is drinking black coffee. Obviously, I don't want to drink too much black coffee because it's not good for the heart. And if you guys can't drink a lot of caffeine, what you can do is make half decaf and then half caffeinated, or just drink decaf altogether, and it'll really help keep you from eating too much. And this coffee really keeps you from getting super hungry, so it's really a big help and a big hack that I like to use, especially during the periods when I'm fasting. And now if you're using coffee so you don't eat and to keep yourself from getting super hungry, it's gotta be black. You can't go add a bunch of coffee creamer and a bunch of sugary stuff to it, or it defeats the entire purpose. So this one here is completely calorie free. I didn't put any flavoring, any sugar or anything in it. It's just plain straight black coffee. And after a while, you do get used to it and you actually start to enjoy the black coffee, believe it or not. At first, it might taste a little bitter. Give yourself some time and you'll get used to it. Gonna go ahead and eat up lunch now. I'm gonna use this to hold me over until dinner, and I might sneak a little bit of cold brew later on, but I'm not 100% sure. I will let you guys know. Since I'm already having this cup of black coffee right here, I might not need it. And then I'll see you guys later for dinner, but I'm not gonna have any snacks between lunch and dinner. And I almost forgot to mention that it's just past 1 at this point, and I'm having my full lunch. It is getting on 4 o'clock, sneaking a little bit more cold brew. Exactly 1 serving size of Chobani creamer. This, I promise, will be the last coffee for today. It is officially dinner time, and tonight it's about 6 o'clock at this point. Gonna go ahead and start off with my salad. This is organic baby spinach, microgreens, topped off with Kalamata olives, feta cheese, and a little bit of avocado oil spray. Gonna go ahead and eat this up right now, and then I will show you guys the main portion for dinner in a minute. You guys should already know by now that I try and have one of these salads every day just because it has so many amazing micronutrients for my body. All right, it is main dinner time at this point. What I'm having tonight is basically a bunch of leftovers before they go bad. They are a little bit questionable, but I smelled them, tried them out, and they seem okay. But I might be on the toilet later on, we'll have to see. And if I am, you guys will not hear from me and not hear about it. But here I am with some rotisserie chicken. This is a leg and thigh. Then I have a chicken wing on the side. I also ate the rest of the meat off of the carcass itself. Didn't have too much on there, but could be between 200 and 400 calories. I don't really know exactly how much calories it was on there, but it'll fit into this meal just fine. Then on the side, I'm having some Annie's organic mac and cheese. This was cooked up a few days ago, and it needs to be eaten by me or it's gonna go in the trash. I might sneak some Halo Top later on, but I'm gonna see how I'm feeling and see if I'm hungry or not later after this. All right, guys, just got back from the jog, went about 1.5 to 2 miles. I really need to measure the actual length so I can get a ballpark on how many calories I'm burning. The main reason I like to throw this in is because I need to work the cardiovascular system and get the heart rate up, because that is so good for the body and can prevent so many health issues. I see a lot of people out there that get on great diets, do good workouts as far as the weights go, but they totally forget to throw in some cardio. So do not forget to throw in some cardio at least 2 to 3 times a week. Do whatever you like. It can be jogging, playing a sport, swimming, riding a bike, whatever you guys can do to get the heart rate up. Just make sure you do not forget it because it's so good for the body. On top of that, I'm also in a cutting phase, so this is going to help me speed up the fat loss process a little bit and speed up my metabolism a little bit. So that's another reason why I like to throw it in. Overall, ate at a small calorie deficit today, hit a good workout, and even included some cardio. It's about to be 8:30 right now, so I'm going to officially start up the intermittent fast again, and that'll go until tomorrow through lunch, which should hopefully be between 12 and 2 o'clock. You guys know it kind of fluctuates around depending on my work schedule and the other things I need to take care of. I'm super exhausted now. Gonna get some water, take a break, enjoy the rest of the evening. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you again early for another video tomorrow.